From ghosties and ghoulies and long-legged beasties and things that go bump in the night, good Lord, deliver us. So rang the words of an ancient Scottish prayer. Of course, today, we no longer believe in such things. Today, we are men and women of reason and learning, unaffected by the superstitions and fantastical beliefs of a bygone era. Or are we? Is there perhaps still a part of us which harkens back to our ancestral roots and fears, and on a cold, dark night, when the wind howls and a black cat crosses your path, how many of us would really feel all that comfortable walking alone through an abandoned graveyard? What am I thinking? As I said earlier, today we are men and women of reason and learning. Like my old friend Athenodorus, the ancient Greek philosopher and once tutor to Caesar Augustus. Now Athenodorus had learned of a spacious and comfortable house which was for sale in Athens, and upon inquiring as to the price, found that it could be had quite cheaply. So cheaply, in fact, that he became a bit suspicious, decided he'd best ask around and try to determine what might be wrong with the place. "Oh, no," said one of the locals. "You no want that house. May Zeus protect me. It is evil, 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 evil." "Oh, come, my good man," said Athenodorus. "There's no such thing as an evil house. You spend one night in that house, and then you tell me there's no such thing. They say he comes in the dead of night." "Who?" "Him! Him with his chains and wild hair and horrible breath. First, far off in the distance, you hear what sounds like the rattling of metal. Rattle, rattle, rattle. But then, as it comes near, you know what it is. Chains. Heavy iron chains. Then you see it. Horrible sight! Old man bound hand to foot in chains, his skin rotting away, his hair all filthy and tangled, and his eyes burning like red-hot coals in their sockets. And then, with his bony fingers, he calls out to you. Night after night he comes. You can't work, you can't eat, you can't sleep. And finally, when you do sleep, even then he comes in your dreams, till finally you die. I say, old chap, you can't really believe in such falderall. No, Nikos do not believe. Nikos knows. Buy that house and you die. Well, as I said before, Athenodorus was a man of learning and reason, not about to allow such superstitious ranting to deter him from obtaining such a wonderful house at a bargain price. He bought the house. And as evening descended over Athens on the first night he was to spend in the house, Athenodorus prepared himself for whatever the night might bring. Now he stationed himself on a couch in the front part of the house, and in order to keep his mind from being influenced by any strange sounds or odd tricks of light, he set himself to writing, completely immersing himself in his subject. The first hour passed without event, then the second, and the third. He was just about to congratulate himself on having gained such a wonderful house at a bargain price, when suddenly, far off in the distance, he heard what sounded like the rattling of metal. Must be the gate, a loose hinge perhaps. But the sounds grew louder and louder and drew nearer and nearer until finally they were just outside his door, then inside the room itself. Athenodorus attempted to remain calm, his eyes riveted to his tablet. Slowly he looked up. Holy Hera! There standing before him was the emaciated form of an old man, bound hand to foot in chains, appearing even more frightening than had been described. "Ah, ah," cried the ghost. "I do not believe in ghosts. I do not believe in ghosts. I do not believe in ghosts," said Athenodorus. But unfortunately, the ghost believed in ghosts. "Ah, ah," cried the ghost. "If I just ignore it, it will go away." But it didn't go away. "Ah, ah," cried the ghost. "I say, you are a most persistent old bugger." "Ah," cried the ghost. "I suppose if I do not get up and follow you, you are going to persist in that beastly caterwauling all night long, aren't you?" "Ah, ah," cried the ghost. All right," said Athenodorus. "I get the point. No need to get your toga in a twist." Athenodorus rose from his couch and followed the phantom out of the house and out into the courtyard where suddenly it vanished. He marked the spot with some leaves and a clump of grass and then retired for the night. The next morning, Athenodorus summoned the authorities and suggested that they dig up the spot where the ghost had vanished. Upon doing so, they found the moldering remains of an old man bound hand to foot in chains. Athenodorus saw to it that the remains were given a decent burial, and the ghost was never seen or heard from again.